Hello, welcome to another immigration art video. My name is Art Serratelli, and together with Mara Mijal, the two of us, we're the partners over here at Serratelli Mijal, PLLC, Immigration Attorneys at Law. We handle all types of cases for all sorts of clients in all sorts of situations in all sorts of places all over the world. So if you've got questions, we've got answers. Give us a call or send us an email. An email is your best bet. The subject of today's video is the O1 visa and the P. The O1 visa is for people who are extraordinary. The P visa is for performers. So the purpose of this video is to, one, explain the requirements of the O and the P visa. And I'm going to do that just by simply writing the requirements on a slide. They're pretty straightforward. The other thing I'd like to do, though, is to explain the difference in the big pictures between the O1 and the P1 work visas, the non-immigrant work visas. Okay, let's talk about the O1. The O1 is a work visa that A, requires you to have a job offer of employment, and B, that requires your job offer to use the skills with which you prove that you're extraordinary. You got to prove that you're extraordinary. So what are the items required to prove you're extraordinary? The O1 is a temporary category. The extraordinary ability green card category is forever. It's permanent residency. The standard of review, the strict determination that you are extraordinary is not as high in the non-immigrant O1 category as it is for the corresponding EB1 extraordinary ability green card. And that's for the simple reason that the green card is forever. It's permanent residency. If you're going to stay here and be self-sponsored with no job offer in the extraordinary ability green card category, you better be super crazy extraordinary on steroids, or else we don't want you here permanently. It sounds cruel, but that's true. Now with the O1 non-immigrant extraordinary ability category, well, you're here temporarily. You're here with a job offer. Now, why is that important? Because the job offer gives our government a sense of comfort. Someone out there offered you a job. So because you're employed, because you're here temporarily, you don't need to be super crazy extraordinary. Now, I don't want to mislead you. O1 is not simple, but it's not as difficult as the corresponding green card. Another point about the O1. The O1 covers a wide range of employee. It covers actors, actresses, musicians, sports figures, baseball, football, real football, worldwide acknowledged soccer. It covers a scientist. It covers business people. But you've got to make a lot of money in business if you're an entrepreneur. And if you're a business person making a contribution to a workplace, your contribution's got to be using your extraordinary skills. But here's the trick. A musician can win a Grammy Award. A scientist could win a Nobel Prize or have many, many patents. A sports figure can win the World Series. A sports figure, if performing at the college level, can win an NCAA championship. An actor can win an Academy Award or a Golden Globe or an Emmy. There are markers in the non-business categories that clearly establish your extraordinary. If you are a financial analyst, you've got to work really hard to prove your O1. You didn't win an Academy Award. So the point here is, if you're getting O1 based on employment and you don't have a career in acting or sports with recognizable awards, you've got to prepare a case based upon your evidence that you are outstanding, that people in your field know who you are and they know about your work. And I have a whole memo about that. If you want that memo, give me a call. Now let's compare the O1 to the P1. The P1 also requires a job offer. The P1, though, requires that you get a job with an internationally known organization. So, right there, we've got a difference. Hold that thought, hold that thought. And then the third category of requirement for the P is to figure out which P category you belong in. There's several. So you've got to figure out which of the P categories you belong in, and you've got to offer the evidence that's required by each category. Let's go back to the comparison concerning the second element of each of these categories. In the O1, we required a job offer, and we required that your performance on the job, your personal performance on the job, was extraordinary. You are extraordinary. In the P category, we are requiring a job offer, but the organization that gives you the job offer has to be pretty impressive. You could be okay, that's fine if you are, but as long as you can qualify to get a job at an organization that's world class, the organization's reputation takes you forward with the P. Work visa. The organization is the basis of the P, and the individual's accomplishments are the basis of the O. Let's take an example. One person, the best cello player in the world, can get an O visa based upon the cello player's skills, based upon the individual merit of the person, the cello player. That's an O. Or the cello player can get a P visa if the cello player has gotten a job offer from a world-class organization. The New York Philharmonic Orchestra, you get a P visa not because you're the best cello player in the world, but because the New York Philharmonic Orchestra is a world-class, world-recognized organization. The same thing with sports. So, if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to give us a call. Email, try email. Email is your best bet. And then we'll schedule a call from email. But it's our job to make sure you are examining every possible visa choice. In these crazy days when the H-1B is so hard to obtain, you have to know what all your choices are. And together, we'll figure it out.